My name is Shaibu OSMAN. I'm the Research and Development Lead for MASTROP Seeds in the West African sub-region. Today, I'll be taking you through the various steps to successfully cultivate your maize. MASTROP Seed is a seed company established in Côte d'Ivoire since 2019. We work in all countries in the West African sub-region. With over 70 years of experience in the field of maize seed business, we help farmers, you the farmers, to select the right MASTROP variety adapted to your growing conditions. We also offer advice to help you successfully grow your maize. The first step to successfully cultivate your maize farm is to select a suitable land. The land must be accessible, well lit. That means that you should have direct access to sunlight. And also, if possible, it should be nearby a water source. And also a soil that is well adapted for maize farming. We should remove stones from our field to make our work in the farm easier. Maize can be grown in a monoculture or in a rotation after cotton, cowpea, groundnut, etc. In general, all soils are suitable for maize cultivation. However, it's important to know its composition to adapt it for our cultivation. That is why we recommend that for every 3 to 5 years, we do a soil test. The soil test will allow us to know the physical and chemical composition of our soil, and also to know which of the organic and mineral elements are missing in our soil. This will help us to better know which kind of fertilizer to apply before sowing or during plant growth. For instance, if you have a soil that is too acidic, then you have to apply lime, because your maize plants will do well in a soil that has a pH of between 5.5 to 6.5. We can also bring organic matter, such as compost, manure, or animal droppings. This will fertilize our soil and also improve its structure. This will promote the establishment of your maize plants in the field. Once you have selected a suitable land and known its composition, you must prepare the land. That is to say, work the land to promote plant growth and help the plant take roots. We recommend that you do 1 to 2 plowing at a depth of 20 centimeters to 30 centimeters. This will help aerate the soil and also have a weeding effect, because during plowing, you bury all weeds. You can also use a broad spectrum herbicide to control your weeds. It is important to follow the manufacturer's safety instructions and recommended dose for the use of the product. It is for your own safety. For sowing to be done well, it is necessary to make the soil flat and regular. This can be done by breaking down the plots and making the field as flat as possible. Sowing is a key step in ensuring good yields in the field. When you buy our MASTROP varieties, remember to store them in a cool, dry place, away from light, insects, rodents, and moisture. You can also keep them on pallets in a well-ventilated, cool and dry room away from insects and rodents. Or you can store your seeds in a cold room with temperatures between 12 to 15 degrees Celsius. This is the best way to ensure that your seeds will germinate well in the field after sowing. Try to sow as soon as possible in dry weather conditions, as soon as the rainy season is well established. For instance, in the savanna zone, the recommended sowing period is between June and July. And in the forest zone, the recommended sowing period is in April for the main season, and for the minor season, between late August to early September. It is important to sow in the moist part of the soil, and also remove as much as possible the soil cloths along your sowing line. We can help you determine the best time for sowing with our agro-digital tool called AgroTempo. Do not hesitate to contact a MASTROP sales representative in your zone. For our MASTROP varieties, we recommend to sow 1 seed per hole. This is because we guarantee a minimum germination rate of 90%. Remember to sow at a depth of 5 centimeters in the moist part of the soil. When you sow, you have to choose what density to plant. For smallholder farmers, we recommend a population density of 53,000 plants per hectare or 22,000 plants per acre. This will give us a spacing of 75 centimeters inter-row. That means that between the rows, you should have 75 centimeters. And 25 centimeters intra-row between the plants, you should have 25 centimeters. To achieve this planting density, we can use garden lines graduated with the 25 centimeter mark along the row. By following these guidelines, we are sure to have the right planting density to achieve our desired yield. For commercial farmers with large farm sizes and mechanical planters, you can increase your plant population by decreasing the intra-row spacing. That means that you can decrease the spacing between the plants to achieve a higher planting population. It is important to control the speed of your tractor to 5 to 6 kilometers per hour. This will ensure a homogeneous seeding. In following these guidelines, continue to regularly check your seeding depth and the gap between your seeds during sowing. The recommended plant density is 53,000 plants per hectare or 22,000 plants per acre. That is to say, we have to sow at a spacing of 75 centimeters between the rows, as we have here, 75 centimeters between the rows, and 25 centimeters between plants. So that will be the intra-row spacing, 25 centimeters here. And we are sowing one seed per hole. And this will give us a population density as sowing of 53,000 plants per hectare or 22,000 plants per acre.